Happy Friday and good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Laurann Robinson here with your internet forecast. It's going to be another hot day out there. If you were able to tune into 9 News at noon, you already saw that. And if you enjoyed yesterday, or if you thought yesterday was maybe too hot, we're in for a repeat day today. Right now we have a live look outside in downtown Denver, a good mix of sun and clouds, but these temperatures continuing to climb. We're at 91 degrees already at 12:37 in the afternoon. So we're just going to get hotter and hotter over the next couple of hours. Winds coming in from the east-northeast at around 8 miles per hour, so that breeze not providing too much relief out there. Temperatures all across the Front Range and Eastern Plains already in the 90s. You can see some areas already in the triple digits. 103 right now in Lamar, 102 in Springfield. Even the high country pretty warm, 70s and 80s, 96 out west in Grand Junction. So we are in for a very hot day, record-breaking in fact. So we're expecting a high of 100 degrees today. You can see that in the orange column, but a couple of columns in where you see the record. Our record for this day is 98 degrees, set in 1989. So it's looking like we could break a record by getting into the triple digits again this afternoon. We were in them yesterday as well. Now off to the west, all of this heat could cause some red flag warnings and heat advisories. So some dangerous heat out there. The red flag warning is going to be the counties in that pink color in the far northwestern corner of Colorado. That's going to be from noon to 8 o'clock this evening, and that's because we're going to see strong winds and very low humidity there. It's going to be dry and windy, as we know that could cause fire danger. Now in the yellow areas, we have a heat advisory that'll be in effect for the same time portion, noon to 8 o'clock today, and that's because temperatures in these areas could get up to 103 degrees. That's dangerously hot out there, so you want to make sure if you do have to be outdoors, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Now, we do have another air quality alert in Denver, further north to Fort Collins and the surrounding counties. Another ozone action day. That's going to be in effect until 4 o'clock this afternoon. Now, as we continue to monitor our HD Doppler radar, it looks like we have a couple of very isolated small storms popping up in the southwestern corner of Colorado. But all in all, the vast majority of us very dry, and it's going to stay that way for the majority of us through the rest of the day. Where the majority of that action is going to be the far northeastern corner of Colorado. As you make your way toward that Nebraska panhandle, that's where we are expecting some storms to push through later this afternoon into this evening. That's where those storms could be a little severe. So everywhere else, maybe you see a pop-up shower or a pop-up sprinkle here and there, but none of that looking to be very strong unless you're in the far northeastern corner of the state. That's where things could be somewhat severe, where we will look for locally heavy downpours, strong winds, and even hail. As we go throughout our day Saturday, we start the day with a little bit of cloud cover, but we're mostly dry, mostly sunny as we go throughout our Saturday, and temperatures cooler, so we do get a little bit of a relief from these triple-digit highs that we see today and yesterday. Now back to those storms that push through later this afternoon into this evening. How I was talking about the majority of that action stays in the far northeastern corner of the state. That's where we have this marginal risk for severe weather. All of that green area, mostly going to be Fort Morgan and further east, and Burlington and further north. All of that green corner there, again, that's where we're going to watch for locally heavy downpours, strong winds, and even hail as we go into the evening. The rest of us in Denver staying pretty sunny, very hot, a high of 100 degrees. We'll have some in and out cloud cover, but again, we can't rule out maybe a stray sprinkle or a stray pop-up storm. The majority of that action, though, staying in the northeastern corner of Colorado. All of us seeing this heat today, that's going to be your big story this afternoon. Temperatures in the upper 90s and into the triple digits. You can see that for the vast majority of the Front Range and Eastern Plains. And then even as you make your way off into western Colorado, 105 expected today in Grand Junction. So that's one of those areas that is going to be under that heat advisory. Overnight, we stay pretty mild, 61 degrees, in and out cloud cover. Tomorrow, though, that's when we really start to see the relief. After a cold front pushes through the area, we see those temperatures in the mid 80s. So actually slightly below average for this time of year. Our usual highs this time of year are near 90 degrees. So this weekend will be in the mid 80s on Saturday, upper 80s on Sunday. But then, of course, the heat's not going to stay gone for too long. It is summer. So we see those mid-90s return for the start of our work week, and then we're, going back and forth between upper 80s and low 90s for the second half of our work week. So that's what I have for you guys. Hopefully you're able to stay cool in some way this afternoon and hold out until tomorrow, where we get a relief from that heat. You want to watch for those storms if you're going to be in the far northeastern corner of Colorado. Outside of that, have a great Friday.